it's Jen from Windrose Fiber Studio. Before I get started, I just wanted to share my inspiration for today's video. I love interior design, but every time I see these chain links or maybe these interlocking rings, I just scratch my head and wonder why? Why those shapes? And even more importantly, why not a fiber sculpture? Why not crochet? So today I'm going to share with you a project that I hope that you'll enjoy. We're going to make a hyperbolic crochet sculpture that you can incorporate in your organic interior design. For this project, I'm using Wool Ease Thick and Quick by Lion Brand yarn. I've got a pair of scissors. We're also using a 6.5mm crochet hook, and you'll also need a yarn needle. Okay, let's crochet. So in hyperbolic crochet, each row is increased at a constant rate. We're going to begin with a simple chain 8. So for row 1, we're going to work a single crochet increase in the second chain from the hook. This means working 2 single crochets in that same stitch. From there, you're going to work a single crochet in the next stitch, and then a single crochet increase in the stitch after that. And you're going to repeat this simple pattern across the row. All you really need to remember is that a single crochet increase means putting 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Okay, so we're coming to the end of row 1. It contains 11 stitches in all. It looks like a cute little rainbow. And now we're moving on to row 2. We're going to chain 1 and turn, and because the last row ended with an increase, we're going to begin this row with just 1 single crochet. And then the pattern, you'll work the same across as the last row. You'll work a single crochet and then a single crochet increase, single crochet increase. The one thing that you'll need to keep in mind as you're working this pattern is whatever your last stitch contains, whether it's an increase or a single crochet, will determine the way you begin the next row. So if you end a row in a single crochet increase, you'll chain 1 and turn and begin with a single crochet. If you end with a single crochet, you'll chain 1, turn, and begin with a single crochet increase. So while I've been chatting, we've reached the end of row 2. It contains 16 stitches and our rainbow has grown a little bit bigger. We ended with a single crochet, so we chain 1, turn, and begin row 3 with a single crochet increase, and then a single crochet, and then we work this pattern across. I'm going to start moving us along a little bit faster. Here we are at the end of row 3 with 24 stitches. You can see our piece is starting to curl. That's exactly what we want to have happen. I'm going to take just a moment before the piece gets too big and unruly. You'll see what I mean in a few rows, and I'm going to weave in the beginning tail. When I weave in my tail ends, I always go back and then I go forth and then I go back again, and I make an effort to get between the plies of the yarn. I feel like if you make 3 passes, you have a very secure weave. The last thing you want when you work so hard on your projects is to have them unravel. Okay, with that little bit of housekeeping done, we can move on to row 4. Row 4 begins with a single crochet increase and then a single crochet, and you follow this pattern across. And before you know it, we've completed row 4, which contains 36 stitches. Look at that cute little curly Q. 4 rows, and now it's time to move on to row 5. Here we go, chain 1, turn. Row 5 begins with a single crochet increase and then a single crochet in the next stitch. And you know what to do, just keep repeating this pattern all the way across. And now here we are at the end of row 5. We're up to 54 stitches. With row 6, we begin with a single crochet increase again, and then a single crochet, and we work this pattern across. At this point, you're really starting to experience the exponential growth of this hyperbolic crochet. Each row is 1.5 times longer than the preceding row. At the end of row 6, we have 81 stitches, and our form is really beginning to take shape. Okay, back to work. Row 7, chain 1, turn. Row 7 begins with a single crochet increase and then a single crochet. Once again, this is the pattern we're working across. Single crochet increase, then single crochet. And before you know it, you are reaching the end of row 7, 122 stitches. Chain 1, turn. Row 8 begins with a single crochet in the first stitch and then a single crochet increase. As we work this pattern across, we notice that our rows are taking us quite a bit longer to crochet. Row 8 has 183 stitches, but the wonderful thing is it's such a simple pattern that you can enjoy working on this piece while sitting in front of the TV or listening to an audiobook. Okay, here we are at the end of row 8, all 183 stitches, and look at this very groovy organic shape we have going. Row 9 begins with a single crochet and then a single crochet increase. One last row, we work our way across. You might be starting to see what I meant about the piece becoming a little unruly. You're really working your way around all of these curves. But here we are at the end of row 9, all 275 stitches. I've gone ahead and cut my yarn, And I've left a nice little length because we're going to do one last step. So I'm going to thread the tail end onto my yarn needle, and then I'm going to line up the beginning and ending sides. There's row 1 in my left hand, and I'm just lining up the sides. We're going to use this length of yarn to join the sides together by working a simple whip stitch through the end rows. Okay, so we're all set. Let's have a look at our piece. I'm going to go ahead and back up so we can have a nice look. Hyperbolic crochet is very fun to handle. Every time you move it, it takes on a different shape. We see these shapes in nature. 2 examples are coral and lettuce leaves. And of course you can make a shape like this in a lighter weight yarn. Here's a medium weight. You can see the bulky weight one is 6.5 to 7 inches, where the medium weight or worsted weight is 4.5 to 5. On this lighter weight version, I chose not to sew the ends together, just so you could see what that looks like. Still very fun to play with, and still takes on all sorts of interesting shapes. These little sculptures look fun grouped together. Oh, here's another one, and another, and maybe even one more. It's very easy to get carried away and keep making one after another. This is such a quick and easy project once you understand that you're just going to be increasing at a constant rate. If you wanted to make a larger sculpture, you would just start where we left off and move on to row 10, and so on and so on. I hope you'll have fun exploring creative ways to display your hyperbolic crochet. It looks so pretty with shells because it is reminiscent of coral. I've got it hanging out with my little bunny here and one of my favorite plants. I'd enjoy hearing your ideas in the comments below. Would you decorate with hyperbolic crochet? And I guess that's all for today. Please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.